So welcome to the Businesswoman's Menopause Coaching Boost, number 34, Irritability. Our hormones do play a key role in contributing to our changing emotions with their decline and their fluctuation, and it can lead to feelings of irritable both in our personal and our professional lives. And that can be particularly complex for a businesswoman if you wake up feeling irritable and you've got to go in the boardroom, you're going to meet clients and you're going to do pitches, etc. It can be really quite challenging, and it just adds to the complexity of managing our menopause in boardroom and the business. And it is due because the decline and the fluctuation and then the gap between estrogen and progesterone all plays an impact on all of our hormones in our body. You know, the happy hormones, the stress hormones, all of those, the way they work are interrupted by our decline and our fluctuation. So for me, the solution from the resilience system is focusing on food and self-care. And then again, when I talk a lot around food, meal timings, a balanced plate, we don't always think about the link with the food with our mood, food and mood. But it is very much around our gut and our mind are so intrinsically. I do a lot of work around the mind-gut loop. And for me, making sure we've got a balanced meal, and it's the meal timings. It's not necessarily what we've got in our plate, it's how often we leave between meals. And if we go for longer than 4 hours, and I know we do because I talk to business women and corporate women that do leave longer, okay? And it's going to impact our blood sugar levels. So I always not only look at what we're eating, but when we are eating it. It's really, really important because I don't want your body to second guess when you're going to feed it, because it can trigger stress hormones. And then again, if we've got high levels of irritability, looking at sugar, caffeine and alcohol, you know, the stimulants, and say, actually, let's take those out. You know, I'm not saying forever, but let's take those out and see how your body reacts to that. See how as you're going through your fluctuations, is it, you know, taking less of the stimulant out of your body, that you're not making that menopause wave worse. So therefore you get these waves of irritability, because we are what we absorb. And if we're absorbing these stimulants, it's going to impact our brain. It certainly does me. And I can really know why perhaps I'm a little bit more irritable than I should do. I just go back and immediately look at my food diary. But I also look at the water. And am I drinking the 2 to 3 litres of water a day? Dehydration can make your central nervous system much more sensitive and subject to mood changes and irritability. It will impact that. So you have to make sure that you're drinking enough water. Otherwise, you really are not going to be able to think clearly, which is what we certainly need to do in business. And then self-care. We're talking here around sleep. For me, a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time, was an absolute game changer for me. I'm not saying it came quickly, but the more I just stuck to it, the more my body got used to it. And yes, I still have that natural sleep cycle and I wake up in the night, but that's a natural way, because that's my natural sleep cycle. It's not because my body second guess when I'm going to sleep it. It's just fundamental. Again, it doesn't matter what those timings are, within reason. You know, we're going to need around 6 to 7 hours, if not some days longer. But it's having that consistent sleep schedule is really important. And then calm, whatever calm looks like for you, and building in those regular activities. It's linked to sleep, and it's giving your body time to reflect and restore. And it's finding what calm looks like for you. It could be meditation, it could be a yoga class, it could be knitting, it could be learning another language. It's anything that is just going to lower those stress hormones. And then move, making sure you exercise and produce those happy hormones, and taking your body to tension and not stress. And for me, with the 4 S's, you're not punishing your body. I certainly don't punish my body when I'm moving it. I'm nurturing my body and I'm growing it. So for me, we've got on here, food, move and snooze, sleep. Do not let your body second guess when you're going to feed it, when you're going to move it, and when you're going to sleep it. Just take that guesswork out of it. And then the other one is connect with others, okay? And share. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I made of not sharing what was happening to me. And it's connecting with people you trust. And then the more we know about menopause and how our body is changing, the more we know it's not us. Yeah, it's how our body is reacting to those hormonal changes. And yes, with all of this knowledge, we can make this a better process, because it is a process to go through. Okay, so it's important that you connect with the people around you. So that is your coaching boost 34 on irritability.